Welcome to Stock Charts Trading. Today we're going to be taking a look at Elliott wave. Elliott wave consists of 5 different waves. You have leg 1, which is your first impulse wave, and then you have a counter-trend pullback wave. Leg 2, it goes into a bigger move. Usually wave 3 is the biggest move, makes the most amount of profits for you, and then it pulls back into a wave 4, which is also a counter-trend, and then you remain back to the leg 5. Now, leg 5, once it completes, it is resistance, right? So basically the 5 steps of the wave, another pattern is going to come into place. And now what usually comes into place after leg 5 is an ABCD pattern, right? So you've got just the reverse effect. We're looking at a bearish one here. You've got leg 1 coming down, leg 2 going up, counter trend, leg 3 coming back down, trend, leg 4 counter trend, leg 5 completion, and then you have an ABCD pattern. And now what can either happen as you're looking at this, you're saying, well, now maybe we'd fall off in price again. We'd come back off of this A point here, which was a high, which would be new support, and then it would take back off. And maybe it will go into an ABCD pattern completion. Maybe it'll come back into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave. And so that's kind of what we're looking at. Let me show you one more picture. It's going to kind of blow your mind, but just hold on. Is that within each one of these legs, so leg 1, you could have or should have an Elliott wave in that leg 1. Should consist of 5 legs. And even in those 5 legs, basically leg 2 should act as an ABCD pattern. Leg 3 is an impulse leg, and so that would have 5 moves. And then leg 4, you would have a small pullback flag pattern, ABCD pattern. And then you would go into leg 5, which would have another Elliott wave into that Elliott wave completion. And then you'd have the bigger pullback. And the bigger pullback would also have an Elliott wave to the downside, which would be the ABCD pattern, which would be leg A. And then you would have basically from B to C, you'd have an ABCD pattern in it. And then you would have the remainder Elliott wave for the C to D pattern in an ABCD pattern. And that is leg 2. And then it goes right back into the whole thing again. Basically, you're in leg 3, which gives you an Elliott wave inside that leg 3. And this is what it would look like. It'd be Elliott wave, it'd be pullback, Elliott wave, pullback. And so when you can look at this and you can count now, right? You can count every move that happens. You should be able to count and see some consistency in what the stock market's doing and know that it's going to complete at leg 5 going into a change, right? So what happens here, you can see that you have an up channel. It breaks that up channel, and now you have momentum down, which is giving you a longer term pullback or a down channel. Here we are on XLI, and you can see I drew this resistance line. And so you have this bottom low, and it comes up into this high. And so that's right into resistance, and then you have this pullback. And so for me, that is leg 1. And then this pullback is leg 2, which breaks. Once it breaks out leg 2, it goes into leg 3. And you can see that it breaks that resistance line. So now I know I've got the upward momentum based on that breakout there. Leg 3, you can see there's actually an Elliott wave, and that's what we want to talk about before is here's leg 1, here's leg 2, here's leg 3, here's leg 4, here's breakout, leg 5. And then so that is actually all leg 3, but it had that little stair step, which is the Elliott wave, right? And then it comes up to leg 5, it completes, and what does it do? Now you have another pullback. A lot of times what you'll also see in an Elliott wave is that leg 3 could be consistent of having 2 waves, right? So basically you have this Elliott wave, then you have this ABCD pattern, and then it comes up and breaks out again into another Elliott wave. And that's what happens a lot of times is leg 3 has an ABCD pattern in it, and then you come into leg 4, and then the completion leg 5. So you got to be a little bit aware, because if you were to number this, you'd probably, come in and say, well, Ben said there was 5 legs, and so this is leg 1, and then there was a pullback, and that's leg 2, and then there was leg 3, And of course, now we're going to be looking for leg 4, which we saw right here. And so now we should be anticipating that this is leg 5. And it is, but it came into, see this ABCD pattern, right? So basically you have 2 highs, 2 lows. And then what did price do again? It took off. Now look at what happened. You have an Elliott wave with inside that on the last leg of number 5. Leg 1, leg 2, up leg. And on number 3, remember, a lot of times you see this ABCD pattern right in the middle of leg 3, and then it takes up. You got leg 4 here. I know that's kind of a flat flag, but you got leg 4 here, and it finishes out on leg 5. It happens over and over. Look, leg 1 comes up, leg 2, leg 3. Leg 3 has a little pattern in it. It comes into leg 4. It completes at leg 5. It changes direction. Over and over and over it happens. Leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, has a little pullback, leg 4, leg 5. All right, so in closing, look on your charts. Find where the highs are. Come down for your first support level. Where does it go? It goes back up. That's a leg 2. Your leg 3 is always longer than your leg 1. And so just duplicate that. And where does it come down? Price comes lower, as we see, than your leg 1. And so then next we're looking for leg 4. You can see that you had support right in here on leg 4. And then it broke that support and came down, made leg 5. What happened after that? Price went up. So we know that's like the double confirmation. Hey, the breakout of a channel, price is going up. We completed leg 5. Where are we at right now? We're in an ABCD pattern. And on that ABCD pattern, we know what happens. We duplicate this out and our price target is up here at $68. Where do we see? That is old support right in here. We have these candlesticks where it went sideways. Start drawing these lines onto your chart. Start seeing what other trades are seeing. Other traders are trading the Elliott wave ABCD patterns because they understand that it's support and resistance. And so I want you to understand that it's support and resistance and not be caught with, oh my gosh, where's the market going? I can't believe that it pulled back right here. I should have got in. Could have I got in? Would it have gone lower? No, you know, because you know how to count the Elliott wave. Start drawing these lines in for yourself. Until next time.